My baby was born without a belly button. My baby had gastroschisis. Gastroschisis is a birth defect that causes the abdominal wall not to develop properly during pregnancy. It causes a large hole in the abdomen and allows all of the abdominal organs to spill out. I found out about her condition due to genetic testing during pregnancy, as well as getting seen at a specialty clinic that does ultrasounds. That is when they saw the defect and confirmed for me that this was my reality. I was absolutely terrified. I was only 18 and I had another toddler at home and I didn't know how I was going to manage. They said that the NICU stay could range from weeks to almost a year. Throughout my pregnancy, I didn't know what to expect. There were many complications and there was a high chance of stillbirth. I tried to push through, but it was very hard. On March 22nd, 2024, I went into spontaneous preterm labor at 35 weeks, where I was ambulance driven to a larger hospital with a level 4 NICU. It was at this hospital that I delivered. She was born not breathing and she was born without a pulse. After being resuscitated and given oxygen, she was taken away from me. It was the scariest time of my life. I didn't get to hold her, I didn't get to kiss her, I didn't even get to see what she looked like when she was first born. Probably one of the scariest times of my life. And after her first surgery, I thought it would be over. I was able to go visit her, and I found out it wasn't. They weren't able to put all of her organs back inside of her. We had a long road ahead of us of healing and just getting through it mentally. She required a lot more blood transfusions, more surgeries, and she had something called a Seiler repair, which is where they use gravity to lower the organs into the abdomen. We finally got all of her organs into her abdominal cavity, we closed her up, and they even gave her a makeshift belly button. But unfortunately, that didn't last very long because there were more complications. A portion of her bowel was obstructed. She had something called a bowel atresia. They think this happened during pregnancy due to the amniotic fluid just irritating them. She had to go in for another surgery, this one much more dangerous, and we didn't know what would happen. We had been in the NICU for 2 months at this point. For the first 2 months of her life, before that second surgery, she could not eat anything orally. She was surviving off of TPN, which is IV nutrients. There were many highs and lows, and we didn't know what to expect. We never knew when she was going to come home. When she came out of that second surgery, she looked completely different. She no longer had a belly button, but just a horizontal scar across her entire abdomen. They had also placed a G-tube, which terrified me. I didn't know what to expect. 2 more months went by and she was finally able to tolerate enough milk to go home. 4 long months in the hospital and we have finally come home. But she has no belly button, and she never will. And even though she doesn't have a belly button, she is very special and there are so many amazing things about her. And she does have a feeding tube, so we call her little button a belly button.